What's up, gang? Case here with our CrossFit strength work for Wednesday, April 21st. This is the last week of this strength cycle, so our highest volume, toughest week. This will be the last week for these movements as well. We'll be moving to some new strength movements in these same patterns starting next week. We've got 3 rounds, max effort today on your deficit push-ups, 8 supinated grips, so that means palms up, tempo ring rows, 3 at the top, 3 on the way down. Then you'll finish up each round with a 1-minute forearm plank. On that deficit push-up, looking for a 4 to 6 inch riser for those hands. Make sure the gap in between is big enough so that you can get that chest all the way down to the ground. So that's the purpose of that riser. If you're not able to get your chest to the ground, then drop that riser down a little bit. If you can't keep a good plank on these deficit push-ups, then let's elevate our hands up to a box and we'll do push-ups at an angle, because being able to do push-ups off our toes in that long plank position is what's going to help us build strength to get down to the ground. If you always go from your knees, you won't ever build the requisite strength that you need to complete that full push-up. Let's remember to keep our elbows tight, putting that outward twist pressure into our pinkies. Think about keeping that shoulder away from the ear, and then stiff knees, tight belly, tight butt, straight line from our heels all the way up to the top of our head. No time at the top on these today, so don't get to the point where you're resting at the top in order to get that next rep. Go until you can no longer just move continuously, and that's when you'll call the set. Doesn't need to be the same number on each round today. That first set should realistically be a little bit higher than that second and third set. Moving on to our supinated grip ring rows. Ring height should be down here at the hip. We're going to go palms up. Get a good full grip as well, so we're not holding in just fingertips. You have to turn that wrist a little bit. From there, same thing with our planks today. We want a straight line from our heel up to the top of our head. Pull your elbows as far as you can behind, and at the top, check your positioning again. A lot of times people like to arch their back and they lose their plank. Tight butt, tight belly, looking up the line of the straps. Hold for 3 at the top, lower for 3. Make sure that you're making contact, squeezing those shoulder blades together. If you can't make contact here at the top, go ahead and walk those feet back a little bit farther. 8 reps on those, and then we'll finish up with that forearm plank. Elbows and hands should be shoulder width apart, so don't plank here, don't interlace. Let's go palms on the ground. Also, make sure your elbows are right beneath your shoulders. So I'll see people plank here sometimes. I'll see people plank here. We want elbows beneath the shoulders, straight line from our heel to the top of our head, and then pull your elbows towards your toes and your toes towards your elbows, because that's what really locks in that plank. Once we're locked in, breathing in for a long, slow breath, breathing out for a long, slow breath, but keep that central tension where you're pulling elbows down, pulling toes forwards, because that's what really ties that movement together. I'm going for a full minute on those, resting for about 30 seconds in between each movement today. Good luck on today's strength work, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.